Hey, welcome back everyone, Toyshiz here, and today we got two new NECA Toys Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin action figure offerings to discuss. And I'm pretty excited because most of my Last Ronin collection is just Michelangelo, so it's nice to get two new characters in the form of Raphael and Elektra. I mean Karai, of course. Now, if you have been collecting these boxes thus far, you have two new pieces of art by Ben Bishop and Luis Antonio Delgado to fit into the old collection. In terms of Karai, she's got some great artwork. It's got the Last Ronin, all that jazz you'd expect. And if you get a chance to go through a few of them on the shelf, open up the little flappy and make sure you get yourself a good looking Karai. On the back side, you get a little bit of a write-up explaining The Last Ronin, along with photos of said figure. Now, if you've not read The Last Ronin, it's a bit of a continuation of the original Ninja Turtles, kind of, sort of. There's been numerous futures, incarnations, all that jazz, but this is one of many, we'll just say. And I know what you're gonna say. The creators have said, oh no, this is canon. Well, so were the last ones as well, for the most part. Here's everyone involved with the creation of this figure, so thank you very much for that. And here's the barcode. This came in from Best Buy, so make sure you're checking your Best Buys now. Raphael is our other figure out of the two. And like I said, my Last Ronin collection has just been nothing but various Michelangelos. Raphael finally makes his Last Ronin debut, and make sure you get yourself a good looking one, much like I said, with Karai on the back side of the box. It's gonna be the same dealio. You got some nice photos of Raphael doing all his Raphael angry things. Here's everyone involved with the creation of this figure, so again, thank you for that. And here's the barcode as well. So, this is gonna be an absolute blast. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of pizza. This is a look at the brand new Karai and Raphael straight from the NECA Toys Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin action figure line. And of course, we'll kick it off with Karai. Now, like I said, if I was to look at this without any prior knowledge, that's Elektra, right? Now, this Karai figure comes with various hands, weapon-holding hands, ninja fighting hands. You get the idea. She also gets this bladed weapon, very simplistic, painted in silver. She does have that specific hand, though, so that it can slip between her two fingers, and she holds it properly. Now, she does come with a sword and its proper sheath. It has a little belt on there, so you can slip it around the figure if you so choose. Sword comes out, painted nicely, done nicely, except for this little tassel right here, which is kind of weird when it's in the sheath, because then it's sticking straight up, right? It would have been better if it was more of a dangly bit, but you can utilize the hands and the articulation. Yeah, you can properly hold that sword, and it just goes right back in the sheath. You also get an angry Karai head, and it is painted nicely. It's nicely done. See, that's the beauty of having two head portraits like this. You always want a little bit of both, a more solemn head and a crazy head. Now, the actual figure of Karai, it's a good figure. It's not going to be one of their best. I'll save you some time. It's just okay, if I'm being 100% honest. This version of Karai is kind of boring to me, right? Karai's always been like this crazy knife-wielding shredder-adjacent character. This is too much Elektra. Like, this is taking the whole Daredevil situation and going one step further and being like, whatever. She does get some warpage in the arms out of the box. That's something you may want to heat up and fix, and I will be doing that, but wanted to show you right out the box. The articulation does work for her, although I would say, much like most NECA Ninja Turtles and their figures in general, make sure you heat her up a little bit, especially in the arms. The hair will offset the articulation when you want to turn her head to and fro. This little scarf ninja piece is removable if you want to take it off. She does not have much of an ab crunch. It basically just spins at the upper diaphragm, but she does have a waist, and you will get plenty of leg and knee and foot articulation out of this, no pun intended on that. But yeah, that all works. Didn't have to heat that up. Just go really easy when you swap the hands and the arms and that sort of sitch. Now, over on Raphael, which I will tell you, out of the two, is definitely the more superior, because he's just more fun. You get a bunch of extra hands, much like Karai. These are all painted green, nice wash on the bandages. He just looks like a very beefed up Raphael, and these hands definitely emphasize that. But with all those hands, you need some accessories, right? Like an arrow, where this one is just one of many for poor Raphael. And there will be an alternate figure for the Last to Fall version of this character. You also get a pair of sai, which, in all honesty, I think this is the coolest pair of sai that NECA has ever done for any Raphael figure, and he really does grip them. I like that. I like that they finally got that right. That's nice to see. You also get the trowel, blade, weapon, whatever it is. Much like Karai, it's the exact same. So you can really jab it to Karai if you so choose. Now, with the extra head portrait, that's a great screaming, angry Raphael, and he's got a little bandana articulation in the back. The actual character, the Last Ronin, is kind of a mixed bag for me. I think that the action figures that NECA are producing are infinitely more enjoyable than the source material, if I'm being 100% honest. And in representation here, this is a big, beefy Raphael. He does have some weapon storage for his sai, which go in nicely on the back. And if you so choose, you can put one right there on his leg, although I wouldn't recommend that. But the paint is really nice overall and does reflect the Last Ronin style. And everything is painted beautifully. All his pouches, his shoulder pads, the belts, the bandana, it's got a nice wash to it. You get enough articulation out of the head, a lot more than Karai, so nothing will be offset. Plus the bandana, don't forget that. Didn't really have to heat up anything. He was a lot more fluid than Karai. He's got double jointed elbows, but as you can see, the whole elbow pad will get in the way of the joint right there and kind of offset the articulation a bit. He does have some semblance of movement within the waist, and it appears like an ab crunch. It doesn't really do a whole heck of a lot, though. He kind of just rocks. He will kick out kind of sort of off the side. The knees, they're interesting. We'll just say that. You do get double jointed knees. I'm not going to say that they look bad. They just don't look fantastic. I'm glad that there's a knee pad in there. Although you do get a lot of balance and a lot of mobility out of this guy. So in that sense, yeah, they did nail it. But he can be kind of cumbersome sometimes in the legs. But I digress. It looks good in simply just a vanilla pose, which is exactly what I'll be mostly doing on my shelf. He does have swivel in the knee. Nothing swivels at the elbow. He's got the feet, the rock. You get the idea. So that's definitely cool. And he and Karai definitely scale well together. And that is always something that I like to point out for NECA Toys especially. You never have to worry. Now, in terms of the Last Ronin, like I said, it's mostly been Michelangelo thus far. Various versions of Michelangelo, from his hooded look to his unhooded to his red, his black and white. You get the idea. Enough Michelangelos. We get it. It's nice to have two new characters for the old collection. So that will wrap it up for my look at the brand new NECA Toys TMNT, The Last Ronin Karai, and Raphael. And I will say this, I do have a Sinja Patrol bot sitting over here, so he will be coming up. So there's a couple new characters coming. Leonardo, Donatello, Splinter, all those should be on their way for 2024. And you've heard my thoughts, and now I'm curious to know yours. Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything The Last Ronin. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, when it comes to TMNT, there is no finalization, there is no future, it's just whatever stories you want to put out. And with that, I'm totally cool with it. And when they do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.